Hi, this is Frank from Engineer Your Life, and I've got an interesting topic today. I can phrase it two ways. There are no small things in life, or everything is big. Now, what does that mean? Well, as I'm standing here speaking these words to you, I'm thinking of how best to speak them because I don't view this as small. I want to do bigger things, bigger, but it's just a bunch of smaller things put together. And I used to think that there are these big things that I would be ready for, despite the fact that all the little things in my life, the time I was spending with people, the work that I had at my job, simple things like cutting the grass or washing the dishes, I'd half ass those. I really wouldn't try. I wasn't in the moment. I wasn't immersed. I didn't care. I thought that life was about these big, huge moments where you just show up and you just do them and then your whole life works out and the rest of the stuff you just throw to the side and who cares. And I really wasn't leading a fulfilling life. I would make these big things up and I'd say that I'd be ready and then I'd get one and then it either would work out and not be as big as I thought it would or it would fall apart and there was nothing there. So I adopted the philosophy to treat everything like it's big, that there is no small thing. Why do I do that? Well, I came up with three reasons that kind of two, 1A and 1B, but really I broke them into three separate reasons. Number one, you really don't know what is going to be a big thing. You might think that this big interview that you have with this company is the thing, and you're going to prepare so hard and get ready and go for it, and then, they might turn you down, or you might get that job and find out you hate it, and it might have no part in your life. And you may have done no little things to build momentum up for that, to get to that point. So you don't really know what's going to be big. The handshake that you give to a stranger, that stranger could be someone who may offer you a job and give you something from it. It may lead to something, just that simple gesture. And the 1B to that is really that what something means to you in your perception, you don't know what someone else is feeling. A simple thing, like you have an email comes in at your job and this person is kind of being hectic and they're requesting something and you just kind of think, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. Like this is a small thing. But to that person, it may mean the world. To you in your moment, you may not think it means anything. But really, to that other person, it's monumental. You don't really understand that. If you're only looking from the perspective of what is small and what's big based on your, feeling about something, about your false understanding. It's a perception. And really that links to what I would say to me is the main reason to do that is you are each thing that you do. You are the sum of all these little things that you do every day, from washing the dishes to the way you speak to someone, to the way that you do the mundane tasks of your job, to the way that you talk to the cashier at your grocery store, to the way that you, even take each step. Are you paying attention? Are you really, focused on it? If you're lifting weights, are you focused on lifting weights or are you drifting off and thinking about what you got to do next? It adds up to who you are. So say there is something you really want to do. You want to be you want to go out there and you want to compete. You want to be an athlete and you think that I'm going to be ready when the competition comes. But when you're practicing, you're not really in it. You're thinking, well, this is little. It doesn't matter. I don't have to try now. I'm going to try hard then. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to get to it. Well, it's not going to be there because the little things make you ready for the things you think are big. And your character is built from all the small things that you do. Something that was big to you a year ago may mean nothing now. And something that's small right now may end up giving you all that you desire. So I really, really stress immersing yourself in everything you do. You're not going to be perfect, I promise. I drift off sometimes. Sometimes I'll get these requests for my current job where it's a very mundane manual task and it's difficult to really treat it as a big thing. But at the end of that task, there's a lot of work being done that helps people. And the quicker I do it and the better I do it, not only do I benefit from feeling good that I did a good job, and I can carry that into something else and carry that forward and carry that energy, really keeping a positive momentum, but the person who requested it gets the satisfaction that it's done. And this is actually stuff that impacts other people as well. So they get something updated quicker and more accurately because of this. So a simple mundane task, maybe, but that's what I'm supposed to do. And I'm going to do it well because everything is big. And I challenge you to try and take that philosophy. And look at your life and see, first take a look at these big things. Like, what do you think they are? And why do you think they're big? It's based on a perception. And then look at all the things you do every day that you might just gloss over. You may just not even pay any attention to how you do them. You might be half-assing them, whether they're for your job, your family, your house. Is there something, I'm sure you could try to find at least 5 things that you do in your life that you would call little, that you pay no attention to. Really pour your effort into doing them well and doing them your best. And I feel, and I know when I do that and I immerse myself in them and I feel like I did a good job, I get positive momentum. So say that then I think there's this big thing that I want to go do, finger quote that big, I'm ready for it. I'm ready because I know I can do a good job. It's not false. I'm always doing a good job in everything. Whether it's, every Saturday morning right now, we go to the laundromat. And I make it a focus. I used to hate carrying the laundry up the stairs. I used to just look, I don't want to carry this laundry up the stairs. This is such a stupid task. Like, oh, every Friday night now I write, like, I'm going to carry that laundry like it's an Olympic activity. I am going to carry that with the biggest smile on my face because I know then when there's something out there that I'm really striving for, I'm going to be ready for it. And I challenge you to do the same. Try to find 5 things like that and really pour your heart into them. Just remember, there are no small things. Everything's big. It's all about perspective. You don't know what's going to matter in your life. And you don't know how it matters to someone else. The little thing that you might discard, the conversation, the few words you say to someone may mean everything to them. Especially your children. If you have children, the littlest things, 5 minutes, just the amount of effort. You're playing a game, it means everything. And lastly, it makes you who you are. There are not this big things that define you. They're not these ginormous events. Really, you are the sum of the momentum and the events and the activities and the energy that you use. So remember that. And I feel so much happier and so much more fulfilled since I started living that way. This is Frank from Engineer Your Life. I really hope you get something out of this video. And the next video that I'm going to make will be about taking initiative. Have a nice day.